to be or not to be, is not a question or problem. Never. At all. It was a problem only in a play. It can be a problem in your show, in your imagination. To be or not to be can be a problem when you think it is. Cut to the chase. Who am I? This question can date back at least thousands of years. It's kind of the fundamental question of humanity. Actually, everyone should find the answer. That's what we're here for. The answer to this question is very simple. The only question left is, are you ready to accept it? Human history has proven that we have all kinds of questions and problems, which are endless and have no answers. And there may be some temporary expediency. Why? That is because the key question has not been answered. After we answered this question, we would find that there are no more questions or problems. Actually, what am I is a better question to ask. Who am I is very likely to lead you to trap in a three-dimensional world. In 3D physical world, there is no answer. The 3D, a physical world from our perspective, is itself a mirage, an illusion. My strange thoughts as a child. One day, when I was about 10 years old, I realized, I exist, I know I am here. I can't cease to exist. I had a very strong feeling that it was impossible for me to lose that awareness in any way. I know I exist at all times, even before and after this life. Now I know this is the awareness of the truth. You are the universe. In middle school, after I learned about molecules and atoms, I always had a question. Among the microparticles, mostly, it is just space. But why do we only see the physical substance, not the space? And we know visible light, audible sound, and so on. What's beyond that? For example, we know that ultraviolet and infrared rays can be detected by machines, but what else beyond those? I really don't know if other people have had the same questions. But anyway, it's great that after so many years, these questions are finally being answered. It absolutely changes the way we think about the world. Also, knowing that it's theoretically reasonable for human being to pass through walls. And I proved it in my lucid dreams. People have always thought of themselves as this visible body. And therefore, to know themselves is only to know this body. In fact, you are not your body at all. So let's talk a little about this science. When light hits the retina, special cells called photoreceptors turn the light into electrical signals. These electrical signals travel from the retina through the optic nerve to the brain. Then the brain turns the signals into the images you see. Similarly, when a wave of a certain frequency enters your auditory system, your brain interprets the electric signal to you as a sound. Touching, smelling, and tasting work the same way. This is how our five senses work, giving you a sense of the world that you can perceive with your five senses. Therefore, your world is the comprehensive signals you receive. It is your subjective world, and others' worlds are theirs. For example, when you do not look at a flower, your flower does not exist. You see a variety of colors only you know, others only know theirs, and we cannot even share. But we childishly think there is only one world, an objective world. It is not even close to that. and our five senses are very limited. We all know that we can't smell what dogs can smell, and cats can see something at night, but we can't. Their world is their world. So, the world you see and feel, including your body, which you always thought you were, is not what it is, which explains why scientists have found that matter is mostly space, and the bigger you zoom in, the more space you see, and eventually, there is no matter at all. That's the quantum level. But what you see is not space, which is the illusion of the five senses. This is just for you to experience a world like this. Just experience it, and also, the five senses give you the past tense. Think of a star you see a light year away. It shows you the scenery from 1 year ago. So, this world is just in your feelings, in your senses. It doesn't exist. Only your feeling it exists. There is a difference between feeling real and being real. This is the key. Things are from the consciousness. Your consciousness created this physical world, the world from your senses, for you to experience. Your experience is real. The five senses create a seemingly real world for you to experience. Your life guidance system is not in your body at all. Your body is your tool. When you see different colors, only you know what they are. The red, yellow, and blue we define are just labels, which have nothing to do with the truth. So, a name is a name, just a label. A name doesn't represent the essence at all. Your five senses present the flower you see, and you do not know what roses look like in other people's eyes. Therefore, your world is your world. For example, I can't describe what my world is really like. Language is very weak. When we describe it, we just think that everyone's world is the same, but it's not. It's the intelligence that controls everything, including how our bodies work. So that you don't need to worry about it not getting rid of garbage, not digesting food, not keeping your heart beating on time, not breathing, etc. This is intelligence. This intelligence, or full consciousness, is the essence of everything. It is often asked, what is the nature of matter? That's the consciousness. It's consciousness that creates matter. And that consciousness is what you really are. Consciousness always exists. It is impossible not to exist. So, to be or not to be, it's not a question, never. Enlightenment is a person's realization of the truth, at this time in this situation.